Welcome back. Well, millions around the world are familiar with the famous Shroud of Turin, the relic many believe to be the burial cloth of Christ. Fewer, though, may know about a cloth called the Holy Face of Manopello, sometimes called the Veil of Veronica, another relic that some say has an imprint of the face of Christ. Well, a new book, The Face of God, hopes to bring the story behind that cloth to a wider audience, and joining us to talk about it is the author, Paul Badde. Nice to meet you, Paul, and welcome to Currents.
It's my pleasure.
You're a journalist. Tell us how you first came across this veil and what made you want to write a book about it.
As you said, I'm a reporter. I'm a correspondent for a German big newspaper. I covered the Intifada in Jerusalem. Then I came to Rome. And then I realized that here, that the biggest story on earth would be waiting for me there. Because the fact is, the unbelievable fact is, Christianity has an image of Christ. They had it. It got lost together with the memory, but it's still there. It's still unharmed. It's still there, but nobody knows it. But now it's rediscovered. Okay. It is an enormous rediscovery.
And this book certainly brings it back to life. What is it exactly, and why is it sometimes called the Veil of Veronica?
It's a very thin veil of the most precious fabric you can get in the world. It's byssus, it's sea silk, and it is. It changes name very often because until now, people did not know what it was. The origin is the grave in the Holy Tomb in Jerusalem. But then it changed its name very often. Now it's called Volto Santo, the Holy Face in Manopello. It used to be called the Veil of the Veronica in Rome, where it attracted millions of pilgrims for centuries. And another in the East, it was called the Veil of Abgar, the painting of Abgar. So until now, it has changed. It has hidden behind different names, but now here we got it, and it is beautiful. Yeah.
Well, this is really, you know, a remarkable find. What kind of evidence is there to authenticate it, to actually, you know, prove that it is in fact the face of Christ that you came upon?
It is completely compatible with the gospel of the resurrection. When John and Paul, in the Gospel of John, John tells in the tomb was not empty. Two cloths were laying there. At the right side, big otonia, as he called a cloth, and apart from this, a little handkerchief. This was the sudarium. And everything, the cloth, the Shroud of Turin, tells everything about the Passion, and every detail, even more details than the Passion itself. And this tells everything about the resurrection. So both of them tell the half of the story, but together they tell the story of the Passion and Resurrection of Christ.
Wow. And how long have you been researching this?
For, let's say, 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a long time.
Yeah.
Certainly a lot of work has gone into it. What does your book really tell us about it? I mean, you began to talk about you know, piece of cloth itself. Tell us a little bit more about it and the history and where it's been displayed and how people can maybe see it.
People can see it in Manopello. It's a little remote town in the east of Italy, at the height of Rome, on the Adrian coast. And it is, as I said, it is a big discovery. And this book contains, let's say, the logbook of my discovery. I made this long journey. I've been in Jerusalem. I've been in Constantinople. I see many different places. This book contains everything on my way of the rediscovery. I discovered those who had done before me, the different persons. It's not my own work alone, yeah.
What do you think this means to people who are Catholic and to people that are Christians, really, who really want to maybe pull a deeper faith out of this? What do you think it means?
It means, I wouldn't say a hell of a lot, a heaven of a lot. No, because today is the 9th of November. 21 years ago, the wall in Berlin came down. As being a European, Europe had lost the imagination of its own face. I knew the map of Morocco by heart. I knew the map of Spain by heart. I could hitchhike everywhere. But east of Germany, I just did not know anymore, let alone Hungary and Czechoslovakia, etc. So Europe had lost a feeling for its own identity. The same happens with the Christianity. They have lost, look, what really makes a difference, God did not become a book, he did not become a library, he became man. And he became one face. And we've got a face of him. I mean, Christianity preserved to all time. This makes a difference to all other religions, to Judaism, to Islam, to all other religions. No religion in the world claims that they know how God looks like. We do.
And we have this wonderful new book that you have painstakingly researched to detail it. Paul, thank you so much for joining us today. And we will put a little bit more of this on our website. Stay with us. There's much more Currents straight ahead.